Okay, so Apple Intelligence. Big launch, right?
Uh,
iOS 18.1. Everyone's talking about it. But what does it actually do?
Right, yeah. Is it the big revolution everyone's saying?
That's what we're here to figure out. You
Uh,
guys sent in a ton of articles and notes about this. Thanks for those, by the way. We've got excerpts from an article called Pasted Text, some forum discussions, even a few tweets.
Lots to dig through.
We're going to sift through it all. No hype, just the facts, and we'll help you understand what Apple Intelligence actually means for you right now, especially with this initial U.S. release. What do you think? Are people going to be blown away?
Well, maybe not right away. I mean, a lot of the articles you send are saying some of the biggest features aren't actually available yet.
Okay, so not a total AI takeover of my iPhone just yet.
Not quite. It seems like Apple is taking a more, phased approach to this rollout.
Phased approach.
Yeah, like they're releasing things in stages. So, not everything's here yet, but more stuff is coming. Some of the stuff they're talking about later sounds pretty wild, though.
Like Genmoji. Genmoji. I've heard of this. It's like,
Your own personal emojis, but they, move and talk.
oh, wow. And there's supposed to be ChatGPT integration coming, right?
Yeah, that's the big one. Imagine having ChatGPT right on your phone.
That's going to change everything.
Eh.
Okay, but let's get back to what we can do right now. What about Siri? Has it, gotten any smarter?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, first off, you'll notice the voice is different. It's more natural sounding, less robotic.
Yeah, less like I'm talking to, a computer from the 90s.
Right, exactly. But it's more than just the voice. Siri's better at understanding you now. Like, you can be more conversational with it, and it won't get confused as easily.
So no more repeating myself 5 times to try and set a timer.
Hopefully not. If you say something a little off or you slang, it will probably still understand you.
That's a big improvement. I'm sold already. But wait, you mentioned earlier that not all iPhones can use these new features.
Unfortunately, yeah. You need one of the newer iPhones with the Apple Pro chip, like the iPhone 16 series or the iPhone 15 Pro models. And for now, everything has to be set to US English.
Ah, so those of us with older phones are out of luck for now.
Yeah, and internationally too. But I'm sure those limitations will change over time as the technology becomes more, widespread.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the Photos app. They've added this cleanup tool, right? The one that lets you remove objects from pictures.
It's like magic. Well, almost. Imagine you take a perfect picture, but there's like a trash can in the background or someone photobombing you.
Happens all the time.
You just tap on it and poof, it's gone.
No more messing around with complicated photo editing apps. Nice.
Yeah, they even mentioned in one of the articles you sent, I think it was that pasted text one,
Yeah.
that you can use it to remove blemishes in portraits. It's pretty incredible.
That's kind of blurring the line between, reality and what's edited, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's a whole can of worms for sure. We should do a whole deep dive just on that.
Definitely. Anyway, the Photos app also has this natural language search thing going on now, right? So, you can just tell Siri what photos you want to see.
Exactly. It's super convenient. Like, instead of scrolling through thousands of pictures, you can say something like, find photos from my trip to Italy in 2023.
And it will, actually understand that.
Yep. Siri analyzes all your photos and can actually recognize what's in them, so it can find pictures based on places, dates, even the people in them.
That's amazing. I'm going to try that later.
Oh, you definitely should.
Okay, next up, and this is a big one. AirPods Pro can now be used as hearing aids.
Yeah, big news, right?
Huge. So the FDA has given the green light to Apple's hearing aid feature, or HAF. What does this mean for people with hearing loss?
Well, potentially it's huge, especially for folks with mild to moderate hearing loss. I mean, AirPods are way cheaper than traditional hearing aids.
And easier to get your hands on, too. You don't
Right.
need a prescription or anything.
Right. And they're already everywhere. I think one of the articles mentioned that 30 million Americans could benefit from this.
That's a lot of people. Now, they might not be powerful enough for everyone with hearing loss, but for many people, this could be a real game changer.
Absolutely. It could also lead to more companies developing hearing aids or, hearables in general. The market's going to explode, I think.
Fascinating. Okay, so we know what's available now, but Apple Intelligence is still in its early stages, right? What about some of those features that are still in the works?
Right. So we've got things like Genmoji, which we talked about earlier. And of course, the big one, ChatGPT integration.
Yeah, ChatGPT. Imagine the possibilities.
Imagine asking Siri to write an email for you, summarize a research paper, or even come up with ideas for a new project.
It's like having your own personal AI assistant right in your pocket.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting to see how Apple actually implements it. There are a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that.
Me too. I mean, it has the potential to completely change how we use our phones. But, with great power comes great responsibility, right? We'll have to see how this all plays out.
That's a good point. There are definitely some ethical considerations here, too. We should do another deep dive on that sometime.
Agreed. I mean, think about it. The line between us and our technology is getting blurrier all the time. Where does it end? What does it even mean to be human in a world where AI is this integrated into our lives?
Whoa, those are some deep questions.
Yeah, well, that's what these deep dives are all about, right? Getting us to think about these things.
Absolutely. So much to ponder. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. Apple Intelligence is clearly a huge development, and it's only going to get bigger and more complex from here. Big thanks to everyone for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
And if you want to learn more about this stuff, be sure to check out that pasted text article. We've linked it in the show notes for you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.
Bye.